I would fall short, and then boom, I compromise, Hi, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Ahava. If you're not new here, welcome back, guys. I appreciate you all. I really do appreciate you guys, literally from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the advice, the comments, the engagement. It's starting to feel like a family, a community, and I just love it. Today, we are going to get into my current struggles as a woman of God, a woman growing her faith, a woman who's choosing to surrender to Jesus every single day. I feel like my current struggles are, my number one will probably be my lustful thoughts. I feel like it's really easy for me to slip away into my thoughts and into my imagination. And I think as I'm growing stronger with Christ, I'm realizing that I have to rebuke those thoughts in the moment that I have them. And what I've been going through lately is just I've been slipping into these thoughts, and then it's hard for me to come out of that. It's hard for me to stop thinking about, doing X, Y, and Z, with someone I'm dating, or recently I was dating this guy, and it was very hard for me to not think about him in that way. And I just found that very something I realized I struggle a lot with my thoughts and controlling what I think about and controlling what I daydream about, because I daydream a lot, and I know it's not necessarily good, because it's I'm daydreaming about doing whatever, if you know what I mean. Just because I don't do something, but I'm constantly thinking about it, it's making me manifest it. It's making me, it's the more I think about it, the more I daydream about it, the more I get lost in my thoughts about it, it's actually going to happen. And if you constantly keep thinking about something, if you constantly keep manifesting something just with your thoughts, then it's going to happen. Then you're going to end up in a situation where it's how did I get here? How did I end up compromising my faith? Because you've been calling it spiritually. You've been calling it to happen. And so that's something I need to get control of and just rebuke in the moment that I have those thoughts, and not let it carry away. Because there's been times where I literally get into my thought gets, the seed gets planted in my head, and then it gets stronger and stronger, and then eventually I'm about to text and be ready to risk it all, but it's okay, Ahava, chill. How did I go from a 0 to 100 just like that? But it's days of it. It's not just one day and then I'm ready to risk it all. It's Monday, I'm thinking about it, not too much. Tuesday, it grows stronger. Wednesday, it's stronger. Thursday, it's stronger. Friday, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's that is something I really do struggle with. And honestly, it's really hard for me, because I have done, certain things before giving my life to God, and even after giving my life to Christ and getting baptized and stuff like that, I still struggle with it, lustful acts and lustful thoughts, because I would fall short, and then boom, I compromise. My thoughts have been, getting carried away, and I feel they're growing stronger. The more I resist, the more it's getting stronger in my head. Really difficult for me to overcome, but I know that if I, turn to God in that moment every time, then if I continue to keep resisting the enemy, not after, not when it's too late, but right when I first get that thought in my head, and start attacking the enemy back when it's in the moment, so that's that. Another big one that I say is really big for me is gossiping. And honestly, it's even if I don't bring something up, it's it's around me, and then I engage, and then I'm interested in the whole topic, so that's something that I honestly do struggle with, whether it's my family, my friends, or just coworkers. I feel it's so easy to slip into that, and then realize after, dang, did I just engage in that? Why? I don't even feel good after, talking like that, or listening, and just adding more fuel to that fire, so that's something also that has been really hard. Even if I don't say anything back, I'm still in my mind thinking about it, or I'm still listening, or I'm not turning that person away that's bringing it to my attention. So it's still engagement to me. And also I still do bring stuff up sometimes, or I'm oh my gosh, did you see da 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 da? It's hard, but I feel the conviction right after I do it, so I know it's wrong. It's not I'm oblivious to it. I know better. Another really, really big one that I probably should have said first was not trusting God. There's moments where I feel okay, he didn't hear me, or okay, he didn't, you know, my prayers aren't really working, like I can just do it myself. Like, no, like I have to trust that, you know, even in his silence, it's still an answer, you know? And I have to realize, like, even though like I don't get a answer right away, he's still working on whatever he's working on, and it's not up to me to, you know, fix something or to do it my way. You know, that's the whole point of surrendering to him, is to trust and to allow him to lead your life. I want him to lead my life, but then when I feel like, you know, I can do it my way, it's like, what, you know? And it's not with everything, it's just like certain things, especially when it comes to my dating. Like, it's really hard for me to trust that, you know, he has my best interest when it comes to who I'm going to marry or who my kingdom spouse is, you know? So I just, you know, I don't want to look, but I look, but it's like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really hard to navigate through the dating life. Oh, I need to pivot every time I get like that. I need to pivot towards him and just like immerse myself in the word and immerse myself with people that, you know, are led by Christ, that he can uplift me, you know, I just think when I get discouraged about something, then I think, okay, well, how can I fix this, you know? Recently, I went through a weird, like, breakup, I guess. I was just like, you know, I'm not trying to lead with my emotions. I'm not trying to react out of sadness. I'm not trying to react out of anger. I'm not trying to react out of anything like that. You know, instead I kind of just want God to fix it and not me fix it. And that's been seriously hard to do, because it's like, I want to say this, I want to say that, I want to get my point across, I want to do this, I want to pull up on you, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I'm realizing so much growth, because at the same time, like, I'm going through this great pain, but at the same time, I'm able to give it to him, and I'm literally right now, I'm trusting that, you know, he will heal my heart. But I'm learning more stuff about myself in this whole process. Like, I'm not even fixated on what happened anymore. I'm so like, my mind is attracted to how I'm going, how, like, what God's really doing throughout this whole thing. So it's really beautiful to see how, like, now I'm like looking with open eyes and open ears and with an open heart about what he's doing to me and how I'm becoming a different person because of this. But I'm not really focusing on the actual thing, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, that's what I'm going through literally right now. The process of it is beautiful, and I'm starting to realize why he did this, why all this even happened. And it's honestly amazing. It's hard though, not gonna lie. It's really hard to not go back, slip into my old ways and like do something very toxic and like bust. I'm not even gonna go there. But anyways, it's hard for me not to slip to my old ways. I think about it, trust me, I do think about it. Like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but then I'm like, no. Like, I feel all those things. I'm angry, I'm upset, but I don't act out of that anger, if that makes sense. Instead, I just talk to God about it. Instead, I just write about it. I literally was writing like literally a book, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put my feelings here and like give it to you, God, and then you whatever you do with this information, that I'm just trusting that you have my best interest, you know. Another big one, oh my goodness, is the comparison. I honestly am. This one is really, really hard for me, because I'm constantly comparing myself to other people who are walking with God. And it's just so annoying that I do this, but it's like, how do I stop? Like, how do I get out of this rut? Like, how do I get out of this? Because this is something that I really haven't seen much progress with. Maybe because I haven't really been paying attention to it and praying about this specific thing. But honestly, like, I compare myself a lot to other people's journeys, and I don't know why. Like, I love seeing other people's progress, but then like, I think about like, okay, well, this person's 22, like I should be where they're at. But I have to realize, like, this is where God wants me. Well, it's hard for me to accept that God wants me here doing this at this exact time. Like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Like, it's just very hard for me to accept that. And because I look at other people my age, and I'm like, wow, like, they're doing this, they're doing that. And I love what they're doing. Like, it's no hate at all. It's no jealousy. It's no hidden agenda underneath it. It's just simply like, wow, like, I love what they're doing, I want to do that too. And it's like, I feel like I'm not you know, oh, I'm not really like good enough to spread his word because I'm still struggling with X, Y, and Z, or, you know, I'm not good enough to teach people about what I learned and what I go through because I'm not like this person who did this, who overcame that, you know, I'm not there yet, so I don't have a say so. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is really toxic and really bad, but it's honestly the truth. I remember I literally today was just telling my dad, I was like, okay, like, I realized that I'm going to this school because I want to be able to say like, oh, like I do this. Like I'm just starting to realize like I'm doing certain stuff that I don't really want to do. I'm just doing it just to say I'm doing it, you know? So I have to get out of that habit too. Like it's really bad. And today I think I had a breakthrough with my dad, and he was just like giving me some advice because I was like, oh, like dad, I don't know what to do. Like I realized today that I only am doing this one thing because I feel like it will validate like me to people. I don't even know if that made sense, but it was a great breakthrough with my dad because it was just like, we're just like, well, you know what you want to do. It sounds like you know what you want to do. And then I realized while I was telling him, like, I know what I want to do, you know? So it's not like I'm confused. It's just that like I'm comparing myself to other people, and I think I have to do this thing so that I can feel like I'm on their level, which is crazy to even say out loud, but like that's the truth. My journey is not their journey. My journey is my journey, and it's unique. That's what I have to keep telling myself, and that's what I have to start believing, and that's what I have to start trusting in him. It all comes back to trust. Another thing is inconsistency, and this also kind of ties with laziness, but I will say, like, first and foremost, like for this past month, I have seen a drastic change in the inconsistency and the laziness. I've seen such growth from that, but I still see areas where I do need to, like, you know, push myself. I learned that being inspired is something that does come and go, but having discipline is something that stays with you, and I have to learn discipline. Do you want to have more discipline with my consistency with reading the Bible every single day? You know, one week I'm on fire, I'm like reading every day, and then the next week it's like 2 days out of the whole week, or 3 days, or like none at all. Your goal is to stay consistent and to be hungry, to stay hungry, and to push through those days where I don't feel like I don't have the courage to do it. If I can be more consistent in other areas of my life, everything else will follow through. Okay guys, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Quick little announcements. I do post on my community, like little posts, like just talking and stuff. So make sure you guys check out what I post in my community. I'm going to be asking some questions about my next few videos for the next couple of weeks, what you guys think, and like I would love to hear your feedback. If you struggle with any of these things that I struggle with, please comment down below how you overcame them so I can take some tips, or any Bible scriptures that you can recommend to me. I would love to take them. What else? Let's please share this video. I really do want to build a strong community built around God. And let's get this video to maybe 25 likes. It's asking for a lot, but like 25 likes is not that bad. So 25 likes, so share this video, subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, literally from the bottom of my heart. Like, I literally appreciate you so much. So you have no idea. If you have anything that you like are struggling with, share it in the comments. Like, you guys talk to each other too. Like, if you see what someone else's comment, help them too, but help me too, you know? Okay, say bye-bye. Bye-bye.